Looking for financial support that strives to honor your community's rich heritage and cultural practices? Introducing RBC Origins. Our Indigenous banking specialists provide resources and advice that can help transform your ideas into tangible progress and community prosperity. At RBC, we're committed to driving your goals forward. Learn more at rbc.com/indigenous. RBC, ideas happen here.
I'm Rick Harp. This is your APTN News Brief for Friday, August 15th. We begin with a deeper dive into Wednesday's protest at the Manitoba legislature, organized by supporters of York Factory First Nation, who say they've been left stranded while wildfires loom. Julia Ross reports.
York Factory First Nation is still in a state of emergency 2 weeks later. The community's ferry is inoperable due to low water levels, leaving over 600 in the community stranded. A protest at the Manitoba Legislative Building took place Thursday, starting later than expected due to a meeting with the Manitoba Premier Wab Kinew going long.
We just got out of a really long and grueling meeting with the Premier and his cabinet ministers, and we're a little shaken up by what transpired just moments ago. So we did take longer than expected, and we were made to feel like our lives aren't as important as other Manitobans' lives.
Community members arrived at the protest directly after their meeting with Wab Kinew feeling disheartened. One member says that he showed a video to the Premier where they flew over the Kiosk Dam.
There's no water on the Split Lake side compared to the other side. There's lots of water, so I don't know why they're now releasing that water to us.
Community members say a portage nearby is the spawning point for their fish, but the water levels are so low that the fish won't survive. And with the fall hunting season beginning soon, community members will be unable to leave the area to fish or hunt. Despite the out-of-service ferry and boats unable to launch, during a media scrum yesterday, Premier Kinew said that boats will be brought in to deliver resources and supplies.
We're going to keep working with Chief Westescoot and his community members in the short term, just making sure that there's boats and chartered flights to be able to bring resources and supplies into the community.
York Factory leaders are demanding that an all-season road be built or for water to be released to restore the levels.
The province isn't going to act unless there's an economic gain from the situation.
Community member Brielle Beardy Linklater says the province will not act.
The Premier said that he won't build a road unless they are going to build a pipeline or some sort of mine. So the priority of this government lies with economic resources.
Kinew says,
we do need to build an all-weather road network in northern Manitoba, but the challenge is that this is going to cost $5 billion. Our provincial infrastructure budget is $540 million. If we can get the Port of Churchill lit up, if we can get a trade route to Europe booming for an ag, mining, energy industry, now all of a sudden an all-weather road network starts to look a lot more realistic.
During a press conference 2 weeks ago, Chief Daryl Westescoot said an all-weather road would cost $150 million from York Landing to the South Access Road at Kiosk.
The latest one was about $150 million for about 60 kilometers. That's pretty much what we need to access the world. 60 kilometers.
The community says that they believe the province makes $200 million a year from water fees paid by Manitoba Hydro. Julia Ross, APTN National News, Winnipeg.
A man and a woman now face charges after a Saskatchewan RCMP investigation into video of armed individuals. Recorded in the rural municipality of Duck Lake and circulated online, RCMP say the video shows people handling weapons, some of them inside a vehicle. Following up several reports of the footage, Prince Albert's crime reduction team began its investigation August 8th. Dennis Ward has more.
The video circulated online has been viewed nearly 1 million times. RCMP say 23-year-old Arshdeep Chima from Prince Albert was arrested on August 12th and charged with unauthorized possession of a firearm, careless use of a firearm, and unauthorized possession of a firearm in a motor vehicle. The following day, 37-year-old Priyanka from Prince Albert was charged with careless use of a firearm and transferring firearms without authority. The two firearms depicted in the video were recovered. No injuries were reported. RCMP say they believe this firearm possession incident is isolated in nature. First Nations in Saskatchewan had issued public statements last week asking people to exercise caution in the area. RCMP say they're sharing the information to reassure the public of safety, as well as ensure misinformation is not being shared.
APTN's Dennis Ward. Returning to Winnipeg, where the long-anticipated search of the city-owned Brady landfill will take place. Manitoba Premier Wab Kinew made the announcement Wednesday. The search for human remains will include those of Ashley Shingoose, whose DNA was among those found in the apartment of Jeremy Skibicki, the Winnipeg man convicted of killing 4 Indigenous women, Shingoose included, last year. Known as Mushkade Bijikigwe, or Buffalo Woman, at the time of the trial, Shingoose was only recently identified publicly. Meanwhile, searchers are also set to look for the remains of Tanya Nipanak, said to be the victim of another serial killer. She went missing from central Winnipeg in 2011. Kinew says the Brady landfill search will first look for the remains of Shingoose, then turn to those of Nipanak.
The focus that we're working on right now is Ashley Shingoose, because we have the information about the cell that we believe where she's located. But we are making plans to search for Tanya Nipanak as well.
And the Premier's announcement comes as welcome news to Vernon Mann, a former partner of Tanya Nipanak. He had long lobbied the province and police to conduct a search for her remains.
Yes, it's great news. It's really overwhelming. I'm still trying to process everything. My kids and I are actually really happy to hear that they're doing the search to make it happen. I would like to thank everybody for everything that they've done. There's been a lot of really good and strong supporters that have been by our side over the years. It's been a long road that we've been waiting for this to happen. So we just want to bring her home so we can have somewhere to lay her rest properly.
And that's your APTN News Brief for Friday, August 15th. I'm Rick Harp.